Congratulations! Marshfield High School and the Coos community are very proud of your accomplishments. We look forward to seeing you move on to the next phase of your education. The scholarship or scholarships that you've been awarded show that others support you and your educational career goals. We regret that we are not able to announce and present these awards in person, but we hope that you, your family and friends, and the scholarship donors and their families will celebrate with you as we announce these scholarship awards virtually. Before we announce these awards, it is important to keep in mind a few things. We will only be announcing those scholarship awards here that use the Marshfield High School scholarship application in determining the recipients. The scholarships announced here range in size from one-time awards of $500 to $25,000 and renewable four-year scholarships that range from a total of $6,000 to $60,000. It is also important to know that each of the 142 scholarships awarded here comes from one of the three different sources and that the criteria for each of these can be very different. Scholarship sources are outside organizations, MHS General Endowment, and the MHS Voc Tech Endowment. Outside organizations. Some of the recipients are selected by an entity other than the MHS Scholarship Selection Committee, and some are selected by our selection committee. The funds for these scholarships come from a source other than the MHS Scholarship Program and have a variety of different criteria. MHS General Endowment. There are more than 60 different scholarships within this group, and selection of recipients is based on widely differing criteria that may range from a specific area of study, financial need, minimum GPA, character, leadership, school community activities, volunteerism, and an essay. Finally, the MHS Voc Tech Endowment was initiated by a donor who felt strongly that MHS students who do not choose to pursue a four-year bachelor degree and should have access to scholarships separate and apart from the MHS General Endowment. Applicants who meet this criteria are awarded scholarships by the selection committee based on need, a well-thought-out plan, and a face-to-face interview by the Voc Tech Selection Committee. The size or amount of these awards do not reflect the value or worth of any one individual compared to any other. And now, please join us in congratulating the following MHS Class of 2020 scholarship recipients. Our first recipient is Kelly Acton. Kelly will be receiving the Agnes Adams Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, a $2,000 Rotary Scholarship, and the Jim Rippey Memorial Scholarship. This is a 2-year award, $6,000 a year, for a total of $12,000. Kelly Acton. Yoselin Aguirre Perez will be receiving the Virginia Conrad Grant Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Madison Elementary Alumni Scholarship for $500, the MHS Class of 1966 Scholarship, $1,100, the Mary, Cap, and Kate Sharpless Scholarship in the amount of $1,500, and the Everett and Maybelle Chamley Memorial Scholarship, 4 years, $5,000 a year, for a total of $20,000. Yoselin Aguirre Perez. McKenna Anderson. McKenna will be receiving the Harold and Eleanor Knutson Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, and for $1,350, the Mike and Linda Helfrich Memorial Scholarship. McKenna Anderson. Anay Baena Contreras will be receiving the Madison Elementary Alumni Scholarship, $500, MHS Merit Scholarship, $1,000, and the MHS Class of 1954 Scholarship in the amount of $1,450. Anay Baena Contreras. Shayna Beasley. Shayna will be receiving a $1,500 MHS Merit Scholarship. Austin Bender will be receiving the Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, an Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,225, and the MHS Class of 1962 Scholarship, $1,500. Austin Bender. Sydney Bennett. Sydney will be receiving a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship for $500. Maria Carreño Yanez. Maria will be receiving the Lou Davies Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, an Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. For $1,350, the Robert Perrin Memorial Scholarship, and for $2,250, the Isabel Galloway Memorial Scholarship. Receiving a $500 Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship is Liliana Cervantes. Edie Clark. Edie will be receiving the Fred Gert Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $800, the Del Brunel Memorial Scholarship for $850, an Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Coos River Alumni Scholarship for $1,000, and the Gaylord Nelson Family Scholarship for $1,000. Henley Cleveland. Henley is receiving an Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, the Spence Erickson Memorial Scholarship for $2,000. From the Lions Club, the Culver Sanders Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $3,000, and the Albert H. Powers Family 4-Year Scholarship, Year 1, $2,000, Year 2, $3,000, Year 3, $4,000, and Year 4, $5,000, for a grand total of $14,000. Alyssa Condi. Alyssa is being awarded with the Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, as well as the F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship for $3,020. Katie Cooley. Katie is receiving the Coos Bay School Administrator Scholarship for $500, the Vera Richter Swimming Scholarship of $500, and the Natalie Hill Spirit Award Scholarship for $1,500. Kai Crawford is receiving a $500 MHS Merit Scholarship. Kaylee Delzati. Kaylee is receiving the Stan Solomon Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $700, an Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, and for $2,000, the Steve Prefontaine Memorial Scholarship. Achel Devi. Achel is receiving a $1,000 Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship, a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Bay Area Sportsman Association Scholarship, $1,200, and the Robert Perrin Memorial Scholarship for $1,350. Aaron Donnelly. Aaron is receiving the $500 Fitzwalter Family Scholarship, a Jack and Catherine Littlefield Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $550, and the Jenny Lynn Smith Memorial Scholarship for $2,200. Carter Edwards. Carter is receiving a $500 Coos Bay School Administrator Scholarship and a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Kyron Irwin. Kyron will be receiving a $1,000 Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship and a $1,000 Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship. Jamie Foster. Jamie is being awarded a $1,000 Young Life Scholarship, a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and the Everett Messerly Family Scholarship for $1,650. Brianna Giacomini. Brianna is receiving a $1,000 Sodexo Scholarship, as well as the Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Anika Gilmore. Anika is receiving a Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 and a second Albert Pernatus Memorial 4-year scholarship for $1,500 a year for a total of $6,000. Heather Grant. Heather is receiving the Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship of $1,000, a Chick and Spud Kaisar Memorial Voc Tech Scholarship for $1,000, the Michael L. Kaiser Voc Tech Scholarship for $2,000, and a Jim Rippey Memorial Voc Tech Scholarship for $3,000. Trice Griner. Trice is receiving a $2,000 Knife River Voc Tech Scholarship, a $1,650 MHS Pirate Shop Scholarship, the Ray Gap Memorial Voc Tech Scholarship in the amount of $2,065, the Stamper Family Voc Tech Scholarship in the amount of $9,000, and the F. Willis Smith Memorial Voc Tech Scholarship in the amount of $10,285. Gage Hammond. Gage Hammond is receiving a $1,000 Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship and also the Albert H. Powers Family 4-year Scholarship for year 1, $2,000, year 2, $3,000, year 3, $4,000, and year 4, $5,000 for a total of $14,000. Alexander Hernandez. Alex is receiving a $500 Mark Beckham Memorial Scholarship, a Coos Bay Lions Club Scholarship for $500, the Dr. William McLean Memorial Scholarship for $500, Helen Robison Doving Scholarship for $650, and the Adam and Elma Donaldson Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Araceli Hernandez. Araceli is receiving the MHS Merit Scholarship of $1,050, a We Believe in You Scholarship for $1,000, a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and the Cameron Clayhouse Scholarship for $1,600. Jason Hines. Jason Hines is being awarded with the Maxine and Lyle McGuire Memorial Scholarship for $500, a $1,000 Young Life Scholarship, and the $1,500 Buck and Ruby Williams Memorial Scholarship. A $2,000 MHS Merit Scholarship goes to Caitlin Heiner. Kiana Hawley is receiving a $500 Bruce and Thelma Hoffine Memorial Scholarship and an MHS Merit Scholarship for $2,000. Gabrielle Hubbard. Gabrielle is receiving the $500 Warren and Adeline Colin Memorial Scholarship, the Audrey Alba Family Scholarship for $1,000, and a Michael L. Kaiser Voc Tech Scholarship in the amount of $3,000. Heather Hurt is receiving a $1,000 Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship, and for $2,250, the Isabel Galloway Memorial Scholarship. Courtney Jeffs. Courtney is receiving an Albert Pernatus Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 and a 4-year Stan and Rose Olberg Memorial Scholarship for $2,500 a year for a total of $10,000. Braxton Jolly. Braxton Jolly is receiving a Walter and Joycelyn Jostin Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 and a John and Hazel Southam Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Selena Carr-Batman is receiving a Blanco Masonic Lodge Scholarship for $500 and a Voc Tech Scholarship from the Carbon family for $4,000. Ryan Knight. Ryan Knight is receiving a Blanco Masonic Lodge Scholarship for $500, the Ray Davis Memorial Scholarship for $500, and an MHS Merit Scholarship in the amount of $3,000. Arturo Ledesma. Arturo is receiving the Pete and Marcella Suzek Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 and a Chet Halisky Memorial Scholarship for $1,500. Noah Martin. Noah Martin is receiving the Jeff Toffelmeyer Memorial Scholarship for $1,100 and a Jim Rippey Memorial Voc Tech Scholarship, 2 years, $5,000 a year, for a total of $10,000. Justin McDonald. Justin will be receiving the Guy Schellenberger Memorial Scholarship of $800 and for $1,333, the Hauer Family Scholarship. Celeste Montufar Cardosa is receiving the Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship of $1,000 and the Buck and Ruby Williams Memorial Scholarship for $1,500. Hannah Mork. Hannah is receiving the Les Engel Scholarship of $500. For $600, the Leland and Alice Engel Memorial Scholarship, an F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and the Cameron Clay Memorial Scholarship, 4 years, $1,600 a year, for a total of $6,400. Brian Osorio. Brian is receiving the Aaron Roblin Memorial Scholarship of $500, an MHS Class of 1956 Scholarship for $600, and the Walter and Virginia Pozesniak Memorial Scholarship of $1,000. McKenna Pedersen. McKenna is receiving an F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship of $1,000, the D. Littrell Lawrence Memorial Dance Scholarship of $1,300, the Oregon School Board Association Scholarship for $2,500, and the Jason Forrester Memorial Scholarship for $3,800. Gage Peterson. Gage is receiving the We Believe in You Scholarship for $1,000 and a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Danielle Pedro. Danielle is receiving the $500 MHS Early Bird Scholarship and for $1,000, a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship. Adam Plummer. Adam is receiving the John and Dodie Bergen Memorial Scholarship of $500 and a Walter and Joycelyn Jocelyn Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Aubrey Rush. Aubrey is receiving the F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 and the Irene Probst Memorial Scholarship for $2,200. Emerald Russell. Emerald is receiving the Helen Miss Mac McPherson Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500, the Richard and Betty Hainan Memorial Scholarship for $3,000, and the Uno and Vera Richter Memorial Scholarship for 4 years, $15,000 a year, for a total of $60,000. Zach Solly. Zach is receiving a $500 10-mile Bass Club Scholarship, the John W. Burroughs Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $750, and an Albert H. Powers Family Scholarship for $3,800. Carson Shield. Carson is receiving a $500 MHS Merit Scholarship. Karina Skirk. Karina is receiving an F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, the John Brands Memorial Scholarship for $1,100, and an Albert Pernatis Memorial Scholarship, 4 years, $1,500 a year, for a total of $6,000. Eric Sanazi. Eric is receiving an MHS Merit Scholarship for $1,000 and for $1,333, the Howard Family Scholarship. Liam Webster. Liam is receiving an F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Pirate Emerging Leader Scholarship of $1,000, and an Albert H. Powers Family Scholarship in the amount of $3,800. Shaylee Winquist. Shaylee is receiving an F. Willis Smith Memorial Scholarship of $1,000, a First Student Scholarship in the amount of $2,000, and the MHS Class of 1963 Scholarship for $2,250. Here's a look at the 2020 MHS Scholarship Awards by the numbers. 6 students were recipients of VocaTech scholarships. 10 received multi-year awards. In total, 54 Marshfield High School students were recipients of the local scholarships. $58,350 were awarded for VocaTech. Total awards to those who said they were going to SWAC, $102,266. Total awards announced today, $310,311. Please visit our website, click on the Scholarship tab for more details of the MHS Scholarship Program, www.marshfieldalumni.org. This concludes our 2020 Scholarship Awards presentation. To our donors and donor families, on behalf of the students, their families, the MHS Scholarship Selection Committee, and the entire community, thank you. Thank you for helping MHS graduates work toward achieving their education and career goals.